Alrighty guys, what is going on here? So today is August 12th here. So I'm officially done university now, and it is now time for the next chapter here. I finished school in April. I went tree planting for May and a bit of June. Then I went to Korea for June and part of July, and now I'm back home. So what's next? Currently unemployed, looking for jobs here. And now that school is done, it gives me time for my new priorities now. So let's talk about priorities here. So habits express priorities. So there's been many little side projects I have wanted to see to fruition here, but I always never seem to have the time and always seem to get distracted and everything. And a couple years back, I heard this concept of time boxing. So basically where you figure out the things that you want to do day to day, and then you set aside a certain amount of time for each of these tasks. Now, before I thought having a schedule like that would be too restrictive, too much like a prison basically. But I think I've come to realize that if you don't channel your mind, and if you don't give your mind a framework to structure it, your mind just kind of goes all over the place, and you try and do this, try and do that, and you end up not really doing much, or you do things but they're just not as efficient as they could be. So university, I always got all my things done, and I found that using, I guess, stress as a motivator, I was always able to do the things that I had to do. So for marks in school, or let's say for pay in work, like you always do it, but you always seem to skimp out on yourself. Like it always seems to be the things that are only for you are the things that you neglect. Like if it doesn't have a carrot or a stick, if it doesn't have a very big reward or a very big punishment, I find that I just don't do it. I will always do my schoolwork, but then when it comes to starting these other projects just for myself, I always neglect them, because if I do neglect them and I don't work on them, nothing bad seems to happen. Versus if I don't do my schoolwork, you can see the F right away and you're like, oh man, like I can't have that happen again. So because you just don't have that instant indicator of failure, I find you just don't do the things you're supposed to do. So that brings me to currently right now, I have some projects that I want to get going, and basically I just want to explore a new way to do things, because the old way doesn't really work. Like, yes, I will get some things done, but I know it won't be as efficient as it can be. So basically this first season right now is I'm currently unemployed. I'm looking for jobs. That's like a main thing. But there's other habits on the side that I want to build. So that gets me to the notion of habits express priorities. So the things that you really care about are the things that you should be setting your daily schedule up in such a way that these are the habits you work on. So right now, we're just going to keep it simple. 4 things: 20 pages of reading every single day, $50 earned every single day, 1 workout every single day, and 1 vlog posted every single day. These 4 things are going to be the everyday habits. So 4 things that I'm going to try and work on every single day. But then I want there to be 1 major project that I'm working on. So right now, we're just going to get those 4 simple habits into motion here. And then I'm looking for a job. So that's kind of like my focus right now. But then later on, it'll be still those 4 habits, but then 1 major project that I'm working on each and every day. Now, what's the rule with the schedule? Like, it has some leeway. It's not necessary, even for long-term success, that you do all these things every single day. It's just the vast majority of your time should be spent doing things that are aligned with your goals. That's like the bottom line. So if you really want to improve your language and improve your communication skills, reading is very important. I've picked up a couple good books here. Chapters at a good sale, so I picked up a lot of classics, and I have some other books I've been wanting to read, and again, with university, I just really didn't have time, but no excuses now. I have time. So yeah, I want to read 20 pages every single day. Reading is something I always did when I was younger, when I was a kid, and something I've been also doing still now, but not as much as I want to, and something I really want to get back into properly. This summer I read 1984 again. I read it in high school, phenomenal book, but I read it again this summer, and it really stuck with me more just because I've learned a lot more about life than I did know in high school. So great book, and yeah, this was the start, and now there's a bunch more I want to continue reading. $50 earned. I mean, we live in a capitalist society here. Money is obviously important because, you know, you gotta live, you gotta eat, everything. So $50 earned every single day at a minimum would be a great goal, and that would allow me to live within my means. So that is good for right now. A workout every single day. Your health, your body is obviously the most important. This is the vessel you're gonna have for the rest of your life. Yeah, so if I can do one workout every single day, that would be amazing. Weightlifting, jogging, whatever else, and a vlog posted. I want to continue to grow this channel. So again, in university, if it ever came down to making a vlog or doing my schoolwork, I would obviously do my schoolwork because that was the main thing. And I have grown this channel to 400 subs, but let's be honest here, like that's not enough for me, and I want to get this channel to be way bigger than just that, and that's going to take a lot more consistent, focused work. So again, if I miss a day here and there, that's totally fine, but it's just like the majority of days I will be doing these 4 things. So it's 20 pages of reading, $50, a workout, and a vlog, and we will see how that goes, because your habits express your priorities. That's like just like the main thing that I'm working on for this next chapter here. There's this quote by, who was it? I think it was Lao Tzu, and he said, do the large things while they're small, do the hard things while they're easy. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So it's not about just doing everything all up at front. Like obviously listening to, reading 20 pages, that's not a book. $50, that's not a lot of money. One workout is not going to get you in shape, and a single vlog is not going to grow your channel. But you do those things day in and day out, those things compounded will absolutely get you to the results you need. It's not about doing something huge every now and then. It's about doing something somewhat small, but very consistently. That's something I learned in tree planting firsthand. When you try and plant as many trees as possible, it's not about going like absolutely ham and trying to like get in as many as you can in like the next hour, and then you kind of like be lazy and hang out the cash. It's like, as long as you just never stop moving, even if you think you're not moving that fast, as long as you just never stop, you'll cruise to just like a really high number. And that's something I'm beginning to realize, just the value and the power of consistency. And yeah, consistent habits should reflect your priorities. Whatever you put your time into should be the things that you want to see grow to fruition. So that being said, it's 7 p.m. right now. I'm about to go on a jog with my buddy. So that'll be one thing, a workout. This morning I did some Uber Eats. I made like $26. I am hoping to have the time a little later to continue to get that up to 50. I went out yesterday and made like $70 doing Uber Eats. Not something I want to do long term, but again, pays the bills. I'm just trying to get the $50. I am, as I said, currently job hunting. Yeah, and then I'm pretty much done editing my tree planting vlog. So hopefully I can post that today. And then before bed, I will read some pages of a book here, and that'll be the 4 things. And I'm gonna try and, yeah, as I said, just do this as consistently as possible. I know obviously I'm going to be busy, and there's going to be the odd day where I probably can't do one of the things, but I'm going to really try to keep myself consistent, because that's really what matters. So yeah, right now, money is almost checked off the list, and I will go check the workout off the list. Alrighty guys, and we are back now. So it is now 11 p.m. here. So yeah, hung out with my buddy. Him and I went to our old high school, actually ran around the track. Ran a 5K, then went to McDonald's, just got some ice cream and some water, and played some chess. He beat me 4-1, but it happens. Yeah, so it's now 11 p.m. here. So exercise, check that off the list. Money, I've only made $25, so I haven't made the 50, but I don't know if we're gonna hit $50 today, because I'm pretty much done this planting vlog here. So I want to post this video. Here it is in Final Cut here. So yeah, just want to post this thing up, and then that'll be my one vlog for the day. And then basically all of these vlogs will be like one day behind. Like I'm hoping what to do is like I'll edit this one tomorrow and post it tomorrow, and then tomorrow's vlog will be posted the next day, because I don't think I can film and post the video in the same day, especially if it goes late into the evening. So probably what it's gonna look like is posted tomorrow. Try to post it like the next morning, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. This is not gonna be an exact science. This is not gonna be something that's like insanely strict. It's more just to motivate me, keep me accountable, and really start being consistent with this channel. I've seen decent growth so far, but again, I really wanna take it to the next step here. So get this done. I'm gonna post this boy up, and then yeah, after that it'll be read 20 pages. I have been reading the third Dune book here. I read the first one, I think maybe 3 years ago now. Like a good year, maybe 2 years before the movie came out. And then I read the second one probably a year and a bit ago. And now I have heard the third one's really good. As all the Dune books I found, especially the first one, they're really slow in the beginning, but then I really end up liking it deeper in. So it's kind of like a bit of a slog, in my opinion. There's just so much rhetoric and so many terms, and Frank Herbert does a really good job world building and really laying everything out, but he goes very in depth. So it's kind of a slog in the beginning to learn all of this, but then I find it has a really good payoff. Like the world is so developed that then when things happen in the world, it like really seems real and it really hits home. So yeah, I have been working on this book for a little while, though I haven't made a ton of progress for that reason. Also picked up The Gambler by Dostoevsky. Maybe a year ago, I read Crime and Punishment, which I thought was a phenomenal book. Same kind of idea with Dune, where it's a really long book. It's like 600 pages, but the first little bit was a bit of a slog, I found, but then I thought it got really, really good. Very, like, you're very deep in Raskolnikov's mind with this one, and just a really good book on does the end justify the means. So I would suggest this one, but definitely if you have time on your hands. But yeah, basically, I might start reading this one, or I might try and continue pushing through this one to get to a good point. Whichever one, you'll see. It's 20 pages, and then the last thing would be make another $25 to hit my $50 target. Again, don't know what's gonna happen, but yeah, we'll see how this goes. As long as I'm building those habits, and you do a habit day after day, eventually that's no longer a habit, and that's just who you are. Anyways, so enough chatting here. Let's get that vlog done. Guys, and just like that, it is now 5:46 a.m. and I finished editing this vlog here. So if I'm gonna have any hope of actually doing this, actually implementing these habits, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to start a lot earlier in the day here, because I don't want to stay up till 5 a.m. every morning finishing this edit that should have been done yesterday. So today was the very first day. So it's okay, but definitely moving forward in the future, definitely gonna manage my time better, for sure. So to recap, $50 made, halfway, $25, one vlog edited. I did, but oh my goodness, it almost took me out. And 20 pages read, I did not. I definitely could crunch out 20 pages right now, but it's 5:47 a.m. and I think I'm gonna go to bed. Because the sun is already risen. So 2 out of 4 definitely leaves lots of room for improvement. And tomorrow we will try 3 out of 4, or hopefully 4 out of 4. but as long as we have continual improvement and then consistent results, this should go well. So with that being said, it is now 6 a.m. I'm going to go to bed and then wake up tomorrow and do it all again. And the next day and the next day and the next day. And eventually this should all pay off. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.